12 o'clock. So I'm just rearranging my screens and then we will get started. As always, our trainings for this first quarter are supporting our 100 days of greatness. As we talked about last Friday, if you tuned into that training, they also support the 14 weeks to success new agent program. So either way, whatever you're working through, this will support you. Or if you just want to learn new skills, this is going to help you as well. So you don't actually have to be participating in any of those. This will just help show you some of the tools and tricks of the trade. This training doesn't necessarily need to be long today. If you've got questions, need me to show you and guide you through it, I can do that as well. Let's unmute my computer in case somebody says something. If you have questions, feel free to unmute yourself and ask away, or you may just raise your little zoomy hand or throw it in the chat box. All right, you should be able to see my screen. Today we are talking about how to send out bulk emails. So that's something that we talk about a lot. You know, the more that we can schedule things, schedule things, set things to automate, the easier our business gets, right? It's going to take you a long time if you've got to send an individual email to each and every person. But through ONESuite, we also have this ability through the new CRM in the car forms library. So maybe I'll log into that and show you as well. But I just went to my one user portal. I headed over into ONESuite to log into there, which takes us into ONESuite. From here, I'm going to go down on the left-hand toolbar to the Drip Center, Drip Campaign Center, and you want to go to Drip Campaign Letters. I'm not sure that's the most appropriate name for it. I mean, I guess it is, but it just seems like, I don't know, there should be a better name. That seems a little misleading to me, but whatever. You'll see here that under your drip campaign letters, you may open this and not have anything in here. These are agent letters. So these are ones that I have created in my profile. I can go in there and I can edit these. I can trash them. I can email them. I can see what that newsletter looks like. So if I preview this March newsletter, it said need to create. So my guess is it doesn't look like anything. So let's see here. Happy 2025. If I hit the little eyeball on that one, check out that. It's got a really cool, it's got my logo on it. It's got an image turning the year from 24 to 25. It's got where it's going to fill in the contact's first name. Wishing you a year filled with joy, success, and exciting opportunities. Thank you for being a valued part of the journey. Here's to making our dreams come true together in the year ahead. May 2025 bring you joy, success, exciting new opportunities. We look forward to helping you achieve your goals and making your dreams a reality in the year ahead. Wishing you and your loved ones a prosperous and happy new year. Warmest wishes for a wonderful new year filled with endless possibilities. And then it's got a little link to visit my website. Now, this one also has email signature, so it's going to auto-populate that as well. So that's what that preview looks like. So anytime you see the little eyeball, that's a preview. If you click on it, it opens up the details for it. It's got the subject and who created it, as well as who it would be appropriate to send to, like an agent versus contact. So this is set to go to like myself. Okay. As you scroll across the top, you've got other options. So you can go in there and see what's scheduled if you have any that have been scheduled to go out. It does have a library of Spanish letters as well. So that's super cool. And then it has a library of, I was having a hard time coming up with library of company letters. Now that's kind of misleading as well. I would probably name this like email templates. That's just me though. But these have different templates. You've got a wedding anniversary template, past buyer, email number 5, just sold newsletter, just joined Realty One, agent introduction email template. Okay, let's look at that one because that's probably a good one. You've also got homeowner tips, past seller clients, emails 1 through 12, black and white newsletter templates. So you've got lots of options here. But let's go into this agent introduction email template because that's what we were talking about last year. Wow, my brain, I've inhaled too much paint. I've been painting for the last couple weeks. But anyways, this This one's good because it's going to introduce you, right? We talked about that last week. Hi, it's going to insert the contact's first name. So whatever's in your database, it's going to insert your name, Amy Petard, right? A local real estate expert here and you're going to manually enter in that city. I would probably take away my last name just because it's personal, and I'd probably make this more personal. I want to personally thank you for reaching out. Oh, this is not really like introducing yourself necessarily, but you could tweak it for that. So let's tweak it. All right. Look, it's got social media links, agent signature. So notice here we don't have like a real link to edit it. So we're going to X out of there. Don't get confused by this little green pencil over here. Just ignore that sucker. All right. So to edit this one, what we want to do is we want to click the little box. We're going to hit the little copy button. And it's going to make a copy of it for us. Now, this editor is kind of funky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, hey, I want the modern editor. Look at that. That's what we want. We want to open that modern editor because it makes it so much prettier. This works kind of like a Wix website. If you've ever used something like Wix or one of those website builders, we've got blocks that we can add in here. So like this is a text block. It's got a picture block, more text blocks, website, email signature. If I wanted to take something out, I would just hover over it and hit delete. Now the email signature is gone, right? If I want to edit a box, we can just click on it. That allows us to get in there and change that. It should allow us to change the text. Let's see here. You can move them up or down. That's the blocks. Here's the style. So if I click on this one, once I'm in style, that's how you can edit that. Okay. It's gonna can change all the edit. If I change the text, it's gonna change the text in that whole box. Okay. If I want to change something on the entire email, that's that global button. So that's where you could change like the background color, text color, buttons, that type of thing. Okay. But we're gonna go back to style. Here's where we could change this. Here's where, let's see here. I'm just looking. All right. So, right, if this was personal, you may want to make it more personal. You can also come over here to this generate content. Okay, so maybe we want to recompose some stuff. So instead, maybe we like the layout of this, but we don't need this information. We want different information on here. Maybe in this block here, we're going to go generate content and we want, hey, we want 5 reasons someone would use me as their So I just typed in 5 reasons someone would use me as their real estate agent and hit compose, right? So we're pulling some AI into this. Let's see what it kicks back. We can also change it. So we're going to rewrite this. Hold on. We're going to make it very casual, and we want our length to be short. And now we're going to compose that again. Now, if you wanted some cool pictures, you could go over to like Canva or go to get some clip art ahead of time. I'll show you how to add those in there. Here are 5 reasons someone would want to use me on their agent, as their agent. I can copy it or I can just hit the insert button. If I hit the insert button, it copied the text color, but you kind of have to fix um the font and the look of it. So you would just click on that. Here's where you can change the font. Okay, it's just changing what I've highlighted. Maybe I want that 12. Looks like it should be bigger, right? So we can go in there and play around with it. If we want it to be a different color, that's over here with the A with the little line. That's how we change the color. We can highlight it. Okay. So you can do all sorts of things. You can change the style. Here's where you bold, underline, strike through. Okay, so lots of different options there. You can make bullets, or you can take the bullets away. You can make it numbered. Okay, you can change the layout of it here. It's just changing this one line that I've got highlighted up here. Okay, so you can go in there and edit that. If we want to change like this picture here, okay, we can go, hey, we want the image browser, upload an image. We could select our own image that way. There we go. Right, it's going to take you to your computer so that you can select that image. And then we're just going to hit add. Now it just replaced that one with the one that we uploaded. So you can find one that you like the looks of and go in there and change all the content on it, change the different blocks. You can create your own. So lots of options there. Let's see, when we come over here to social media. Oh, hold on just a second. We're in. All right, let's see here. Social media icons. I don't know how to. That's giving me the ability to upload. It's not letting me change the link for that social media icon. So this is one of those things that you probably have to have linked already in the background. So this is inside your settings. You want to make sure you have all those social media items there. So you've got to fill it out in your agent or team profile. Okay. And then those will appear for that information. We're going to delete. Oops. Well, we deleted that block. So we're going to come back down here. It's got, you could do gray, black, or color. Okay. And just know that it's going to fill in whatever you've got filled in your profile. It will add those icons in there. Okay. So there is that information. Once we're done with it, we're going to hit the save button. Okay, now it's agent introduction emails. So you may want to call it something else. So we may want to call it like email news letter. This is February 2026. And hit save and close. Now it's created that record. Okay, so now if I go into agent letters, I've got my email newsletter, February 2026. Okay, so you've got to create the content first. And if you want pictures or something in there, you may want to create that first as well. Now you could, realistically, you could go in and create like a newsletter inside of, let's say, Canva or inside of OneDesign, download it as a JPEG, and then upload it as a JPEG here into your content. In fact, well, no, because I don't have that one as it's just a PDF. I was going to say I've got one, but I don't. So, so you could download it as a JPEG and then upload it into just the entire content of your email. If you did that, just so you know, let's see here. Hold on. I hit the wrong button. We were going to go edit. Oops. Um, oh, I was just going to show you, but this one you would just resize by choosing a different block style. So if you wanted to change the size of that image, but you would just put one whole image in here and then upload it. So you could do that as well. So just kind of know that you have that ability to be able to do that. No. Oh, yeah. Cancel. Yes. Okay. When we're ready to send this out, what we want to do is we just want to come over here, right here to this little email button. We're going to click that little email. Here's where it's going to choose who to send that to. Right here, it's got contacts. You can send it to specific groups. Okay, so this is going to pull up all of your groups, and you would just check the people that you wanted to send it to. Okay, or all contacts. So if we have contacts here, then we want to go in there and browse and select which contacts we want to send it to. So this is probably not the most effective way or efficient way to select contacts. We probably want to either choose it by all contacts, which is just going to go into your database, choose everybody that's got an email address, or groups, and then select those groups. That's why it's so important to make sure that we've tagged our database appropriately with the right groups and tags and all of that information. Okay. Here it allows you to schedule that. If we leave this blank, it's going to go out right away, but maybe I want it to go out next week. So I've got that scheduled to go out. So I could sit here one day, I could schedule all of my newsletters for all of 2026 in one day, get those set to go out, and then we would just hit send and close. Hold on, we're going to, okay, so I've got it scheduled for delivery. I'm going to hit OK. So now if I go into scheduled, should magically show up, although it may take it a minute to do so. Let's try refreshing. There we go. There's our email newsletter scheduled to go out. If I want to cancel this, all I have to do is hit the delete button. Yes, I want to delete that and it's not going to go out anymore. Okay, so super simple to send out those newsletters or emails through ONESuite. Okay, now keep in mind last week we talked about the fact that you can export all of your contacts. I think you have to go contacts and no, this is always takes me a minute to figure out. Content creator, training videos. I thought it was here. Oh, yeah, it is here. So under contacts and leads, you can export all of your contacts. Okay, so you can export those. So if you were going to run it through, if you were using this as your CRM, but going to send out a bulk email through something like a MailChimp or a Constant Contact, you can export those, import it into there, and have all of your updated email addresses. Keep in mind, it's super important that if somebody asks to be taken off, they unsubscribe, that you give them that opportunity to do that. And a good way to do this would be to come in here and play with those newsletters or emails. Send one to yourself so you can see how it looks like, what shows up, what doesn't show up, what that format looks like test it out. Okay, it will show you if there's email addresses that have bounced or not returned, right, that it'll show you what those look like. And anytime you send somebody a email, you can track those opens and so you can see what's been sent. Okay, here's all the emails. This one shows as undelivered. Looks like it's got several email addresses there. Right, so it shows you, and then it'll show you who's opened them and if they clicked on anything. Okay, lots of options. The happy birthday emails, just so you know, those go out. It's set as an automatic drip campaign that goes out. I get responses from those all the time. Okay, all right. So there's that. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Now, the other thing is I've kind of been talking a little bit about this new platform that we have available to us through our Zip Forms library. Excuse me. You can send bulk emails through that as well. So just be aware that you can do that. So you've got lots of options. It's even if you're sending out, like if you're sending out a letter to your clients via snail mail, right? That's introducing yourself, copy that same letter and send it out to them. If it should have arrived in the mail this week, maybe send out that snail mail at the same time that that letter should have arrived or a couple days after, right? The week after, so that if they didn't see it in the mail, now they've got an email to back it up. We're working on, those touches to build rapport, to build relationship. So that's a good way to do it. And then that way, when I go to call them to follow up on the letter that I've sent, I can say, hey, did you get the letter that I sent in the mail? I also sent it via email. Or I was going to send it in the mail, but I don't have your address, so I sent it via email. Or I sent it to you via snail mail, but I'd like to keep you updated with a newsletter once a month. What is the best email to use, right? That's a good way to kind of like double up on making sure we fill in all of that information. So we want to use that to our advantage. That's one way to do it. You can set up automated market reports. I've showed you how to do that before inside of OneSuite because it ties your website. So that's a good way to do that. You've got lots of options. Inside of Zip Forms, it goes to transact workflow. That's the new one. If you're not taken to the new one, when you go to start a new transaction, it will ask you if you want to transition to the new one. Say yes. As I've mentioned before, I was really hesitant to switch over, but the new one's pretty user friendly. I have no real complaints about it. And it allows you to use it if you want to as a CRM as well. So on the left-hand side top, there's a drop down, and we would just go into like relationships, takes us over to our automated information where we could send out an email to them. Texting is available. Stay connected without leaving relationships. Easy texting integration. You can send bulk text messages, ready-made templates, scheduled messages, right? Super cool that way. Oops, I hit connect. I didn't mean to. That was a fail. There's contacts. You want to connect your email, but we can go, this is your inbox, scheduled. We probably want to go templates. This one has a lot of templates. So even if you're going to use OneSuite to send out the email, you may want to come pop over here and look at what they have set up for templates because they might have some good information, like interested on getting more information about a property. Let's schedule a home tour. Is your loan information current? Your agent checking in, achieving success together. So they might have some good tips in here for you to use in other things, like preparing for your house hunt. Okay. To edit that template, we just hit edit. Here it allows you to do that. You can excuse me, I'm not sure what happened to me a minute ago. You can use AI to help you with that. We can insert images, links, medias, tables, special characters, emojis, right? Class it up with some emojis. Just so you know, like on Chat GPT, you could take this and say, hey, can you rewrite this with a comedic yet professional tone and insert in some emojis? It'll do that for you. Format right here, table, and then tools. Okay, so you've got some good options there. You want to make sure to connect your email account. We're going to say appropriate edit so that I know I did it and hit save. Okay, now that makes it easy to do and send that out. Okay. So those are your email templates. It also has text message templates, just so you know. And then what we would do here, let's see. I think I went to the wrong spot. Now I went to communicate and then schedule. I think this is where I haven't messed with this a whole lot. So here's where we could go. New message, email, contacts. You would select which contacts you want it to go to. Okay. And then templates, we would just click on that. Here's where you could find that template that you want to get sent out. We're going to search. It didn't come up with anything that way. We're just going to select this one. It's going to put that in there so that you can edit that before you send it out. Select those. And then you've got your send options down here. You can schedule send as well. Okay. You can pick a date and time. It'll give you some options or pick your date and time. So super simple there as well. So there are your two options I'm going to show you today as far as sending out those bulk emails. Again, you can send it to just one person or your entire contact list, depending on what CRM you decide that you want to use or your own. Just some super simple options there. Any questions or anything before we wrap up today? All right. I hope that you found this helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at any time. I'm happy to answer questions pertaining to how to send out those bulk emails. Get things automated in your business, get things going in the right direction, set yourself up for success. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a fabulous day. Oh, I'll be back on Friday. We'll be covering our car forms training, our first car forms training of 2026. So if you have any questions on our car forms library, bring those questions with you on Friday. All right. I'll see you guys then. Talk to you soon.